Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a video on my breakdown and thoughts on the first official trailer for Avengers Doomsday, so let's begin with this video. As all you are aware by now, this trailer has been out since Monday and it's been pretty much a good 5 days since it has been released. I was on holiday in Turkey enjoying a week or so with sunshine, so that was pretty nice, something we don't really get much back here in Scotland, even in the summer. I mean, right now it's July and it's pretty rainy outside. Still can't believe it's actually out. It feels like a dream, if I'm being honest. It still feels pretty surreal, but to get our first proper official trailer for this film is honestly really exciting. The hype is real. This film genuinely has potential to be as big as Infinity War and Endgame, and I mean it when I say that. But the film or trailer opens up with the X Mansion, or us at the X Mansion, and we see Professor X looking out a window to an incursion possibly, or what I presume is an incursion from the multiverse, falling apart. This already gives us a glimpse and tease of what we could expect from this film. I mean, we already knew the actors were going to be in it beforehand, but we actually get to see some of them in this trailer as well, which is pretty interesting. We then see Doctor Doom, our first proper glimpse of the main big bad straight after, and it is very cool to see him in this trailer at long last. And in this scene, he's actually speaking, which I actually didn't even know it was him before the first time watching this trailer. I actually thought it was Professor X speaking. But Robert Downey Jr. does a really good job in this accent, because you actually don't really recognise him until you actually pay more attention to it, because I could not recognise him at first. You wouldn't be able to tell it was him unless you paid proper close attention, and that's how good he does in the accent. We then get some more monologue from Thor in this trailer, and it looks like he's going to be the leader of the team in this film. He's like the only pretty much remaining Avenger or original Avenger active left. And we see the Fantastic Four finally meeting up with the main team, our main MCU Earth 616 team, with Thunderbolts or New Avengers. You've got Yelena and Red Guardian and Ghost, and you've also got Ant-Man, Captain America and Bucky Barnes. By the looks of it, they're probably in Avengers Tower discussing about the threats and the incursions of the multiverse. But I find it pretty funny, after we last saw him, Love and Thunder, Thor has turned into the complete opposite person, from a very goofy guy into the serious guy, and pretty much taking Cap's role after he's obviously gone. But anyway, I also quite like it because Thor, as he is when he is serious, he is very dangerous. He's a force not to be reckoned with, honestly. Thor also talks about how he's fought alongside warriors who are stronger than all of them put together, but also lost to foes like this. And then we also get a cut of the Wakandans in Namor I've not seen since Wakanda Forever, alongside a very cool shot of Doom in the distance with Stormbreaker. And then we get a good look at Cyclops in this film, which is really cool to see. It's been a good while since we last saw him in a film. But this next bit is easily my favourite part of the trailer, with no doubt. This is the Gambit versus Shang-Chi fight that we've all heard about, and finally it's here. It's long awaited, it's actually here. As quite a lot of you will probably know, Shang-Chi is my favourite MCU hero from the last pretty much 5 years or so since Endgame. It's been literally 5 years since this film came out, and we've got nothing or mention or portrayal of him since. So to finally actually see him again in the MCU it's just so good, man. Honestly, as a Shang-Chi fan, it means a lot to me, and this was easily one of my favourite bits of the trailer. It's definitely one of the parts that's got a lot of people talking for sure. And then straight after that, we get a glimpse of Loki, who we've not seen since Loki Season 2, and it's interesting actually seeing him. He's not in his, chair holding the multiverse together. He's actually about. So part of me thinks this is probably a flashback before any of that happened, as we saw at the end of Season 2. We then get another look at Shuri and the rest of the Wakandans meeting up with the Fantastic Four. This is nothing new. We've seen this before in the previous teasers. But Yelena versus Mystique in a face-off that I would have never have imagined before watching this trailer. That is pretty crazy to see. I've heard a lot of people actually aren't really happy about the design of Mystique, but I personally think, for the most part, it's okay. We then see Professor X and Magneto finally together in a very heartfelt and shared moment, which cuts to Scott and his daughter, which I was not expecting in this trailer, alongside Johnny and possibly Franklin. And in the background as well, we can also hear Thor say, "If you return from this, you will return as brothers and sisters." So this means that Doom is a serious threat since Thanos, man. Then comes the big part of the trailer. This is by far the bit that everyone's talking about. Doom casually just stops Thor with the Stormbreaker with 2 fingers. It's the scene that everyone's talking about. I mean, this is the same Stormbreaker and the same attack that Thor did, remember, back in Infinity War, that went through all 6 Infinity Stones. We all know what happened, and literally almost killed Thanos. Literally nearly ended his life. It could have been over. So when Doom stops the exact same attack with 2 fingers, that is something to worry about. That is actually just showing how powerful he is. And then we give him one last treat in this trailer, where we see Thor meet up with Steve Rogers. Or is it? Because I've heard so many people talk about this scene and say it's an imposter and it's not actually the real Steve. And part of me actually does believe that, but for the time being, I'll just say Steve for the convenience. I mean, he literally does catch me on your, and it just proves that there's some sort of connection, and he will be returning definitely for sure in this film. So that's the trailer, and this is definitely a trailer that's got a lot of people talking and excited for this film. The hype is starting to get real now, and I still can't believe it's actually... I don't know how many times I've said that in this video, but honestly it does feel surreal to have our first official trailer for Doomsday released online for people to watch. It's definitely crazy for me, and I'm still trying to process it. Maybe by next week I'll have, but yeah, there's so many things to talk about. This trailer honestly does give us a lot of things to get excited about. I mean, come on, we get the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers, all in one film, fighting off one single enemy, and the fact that Doctor Doom, right, catches Stormbreaker with 2 fingers. Just 2 fingers, literally the same attack, as I said, overpowered all 6 Infinity Stones, who are really, really powerful. It just says how strong he is and how much of a threat he actually is. So yeah, I have a feeling that he will be really, really strong in this film. He'll cause a lot of issues for our heroes, and yeah, it'll take a lot for them to defeat them. And as I said, Thor literally says at the trailer, it will take a miracle to beat Doom, and I think he's pretty much right. But alongside that, you also get the return of Steve Rogers, Loki, and then even Shang-Chi, right? Shang-Chi is it's just so good to see him, right, in the movie form after 5 years. It's going to be so good to just actually finally get to see him on screen after 5 years, because Marvel have like really underutilised his character since his debut. They've done nothing, and I mean nothing, with him ever since he appeared. But anyways, there's my thoughts and breakdown in the Avengers Doomsday official trailer that we have gotten so far. Thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to. Do let me know down in the comments below what you think of this trailer and what parts of the film you're most excited for. But until next video, bye bye.